Hello everyone. This is not a video about Elevatorgate, just so it's said. This is a video about the things I learned from, or relearned from, watching people freak out about Elevatorgate. If you want to know my views on Elevatorgate, this video is a response to that video, so go look at that. Otherwise, let's begin. Number one, people in emotional internet drama situations are not there to learn something. They're there to tell you what they already know, that this drama has proven yet again to them. Whether or not they're full of shit, well, that depends upon the person. Number two is that people tend to form a group some people tend to form a group consensus. It's amazing how these non-group groups get started by simply watching comment exchanges and video exchanges and chat room discussions. And what happens is that you'll watch people modify their stances slightly until there is enough of a group consensus that they're no longer fighting with each other, and then they start bitching about a common enemy, namely someone who disagrees with their common positions. It's a fascinating thing to watch, especially when forming the consensus position is given a higher priority than having evidence for said position. It's funny. Three is that everybody takes shit personally. Whether it's just in a momentary flash of anger in a one particular dialogue, or it's, oh my God, an issue that cuts to the core of their being, whatever. They take there are people who take this struggle as if it was a life or death struggle with a knife at their throat. Damn. 5 is, hey, sometimes people don't care what your opinion is, but you don't necessarily know or care about that. You want to say what this crisis once again proves to you what has been true all along. Next is that the core of what actually happened, and this I'll refer specifically to the events of Elevatorgate just as an example. Somebody does something kind of stupid with the best of intentions. And presumably with the best of intentions. I don't know his intentions. Does something kind of stupid with whatever intentions. Rebecca Watson responds with whatever to get across a core point. That was kind of douchey. But then adds something she couldn't have possibly known that was probably just a throwaway remark. And then Dawkins responds with something that was at core pretty good, but was absolutely written to be taken exactly the wrong way. Couldn't have been done better if it was intentional. Then P.Z. Myers writes a how-to on dating in the atheist community. I suppose it could best be phrased with unintended consequences will fuck you up. And I'm sorry, but it could also be phrased unintended consequences of what you say will take up 90% of the oxygen available to what you are trying to promote. And last would be don't try to convince anybody, no matter how reasonable, of anything. Because in the heat of battle, as it were, it is the emotional position that will dominate. only when you can get people outside of that emotional framework is any discussion possible, and that includes you and me. Just get away from it, breathe, and approach it later, because in the heat of conflict, everybody's taking it personally, like they've got a knife at their throat, or too busy saying what this conflict has revealed once again that they've known all along, and generally just... I'm reminded of a story. I've told this story before, but me and my ex-wife used to raise rabbits, house rabbits, meeting as pets and not for food or something like that, and kept in the house, litter boxes like cats and things like that. But whenever you got a group of rabbits, you know, they're fine. They establish a pecking order, usually by humping each other until it's determined who gets to hump who. And then something changes. A rabbit goes away, a new rabbit comes in, somebody moves a table, somebody knocks over a drink. Then everybody's got to hump everybody until the new pecking order comes out. Sometimes it's the same, sometimes it's different. Sometimes the new bunny gets tacked onto the end. Sometimes the new bunny is somewhere in the middle. Sometimes the new bunny makes everybody their bitch. It's just life. And yes, the male and the female rabbits do the humping. It doesn't matter who. It has nothing to do with sex. It's all about who's the biggest bunny, no matter what the physical size is. Well, human groups, in my opinion, are exactly like that. All right? Somebody says hello to someone at 4 a.m. on an elevator, and that person makes a video about it, and all of a sudden everybody's humping everybody to determine who's the bigger bunny. And that's Elevatorgate in a nutshell. Thank you for your time and attention.